Okay, SketchUp, and in this version here I'm using SketchUp for Tools, is a great way to prototype a 3D model of your robot very quickly. So first of all, I don't need him, so I'm just going to select this guy and hit the delete button, get rid of him. Now, over on the right hand side in the SketchUp for Tools, I want to go to the Components function. Looks like it's the third icon on the right. If you're using the desktop version, you'll find the 3D Warehouse on the top. Uh, I'm already in the 3D warehouse and I'm going to search for Actobotics. Actobotics is the brand of robotic parts that we have. And as you can see, there's 6 pages that come up. We have everything from motors to X-rail and channel. A lot of things you'll be familiar with. You can pull this out to see the exact, the full names if you don't see the whole thing. So I'm going to start with an Actobotics 15-inch channel. When I click on it, give it a second to load, and then give it a second, and it will load right into your model. Now I'll go ahead and zoom right in on that. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the 3D warehouse. Now I have to. Seems like I have to type this in every time, but it's pretty quick. So I have a 15-inch channel, and then I'm going to drag out a 12-inch channel. It's loaded, and then there we go. There's my 12-inch channel. Now, to build my chassis frame, I'm going to do 15 inches by 12 inches, and then since this is 1.5 channel, it's going to add all the way to an 18-inch width if I were to put the 12-inch in between two 15-inchers, and that might be a little too much. Actually, it'd be fine if I put the wheels on the 12-inch side. But anyway, this is just a tutorial to show you how this is going to work. So with this highlighted, I'm already in the move command. I can click a point, and I like that end point right there to move things around. What I want to do is I want to rotate this channel and put it right next to the longer channel. So let's zoom in again. We use the Q button for the rotate command and make sure that I get the correct orientation. I want that blue one. Whoops. And click to set the first point. Click anywhere on the protractor and make sure my angle is 90 degrees. Now I'll tap M for the move command and make sure I get this very bottom corner click selected, because that's going to be my attachment point, and then zoom right in on the corner of the other channel and let the inference click right on the corner of the longer channel. There we go. So now, zooming out a little bit, I'll tap O for orbit, and I can move around to get a better view. H for hand. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit more. Okay, that's great. So I have the first two. Now I can certainly go back into the 3D warehouse to grab 2 more pieces of channel, but I don't really need to do that. I'm going to instead select the longer channel. Let's zoom back in a little bit, and I'm going to tap the M for move command, click on the corner, but this time I'm just going to do a quick click on the control button. On the Mac, let's see here, on the Mac it is the it's the option button. On the PC it's going to be control, I believe, and that will, in the move command, instigate a copy. Now if it's way up on the screen, I don't like that. I can type H in the middle of this command, and it can sometimes be a little slow to get into H. Actually, looks like I don't need to. Click right there on that corner. But you can, sometimes the SketchUp for Schools is a little unresponsive on the keyboard shortcuts. Typing H for hand should give me the hand command, and go back to M for move, and it'll just get me right back there. Now, let's see here if I can there we go, get back into the orbit command. I had to click that a few times. That's one of the annoying things with SketchUp for Schools. It's sometimes a little slow to behave. Just be patient with it and try not to move too fast. All right, so I want to deselect the one. I will select this middle one. I'm going to click M for move. I want that very most corner. It says endpoint in group. And then I will tap the control button on a PC or option on the Mac. Zoom out, zoom back in, right on that corner, and there. So now I have the basic frame of my chassis. They're built. Now it's possible I don't really want this frame upside down like this. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and leave it that way for now. You can flip that over with the rotate command by using Q and highlighting everything. I'm going to go ahead and move down to the bottom of this. Take a look at the bottom. There we go. Let's say I want to put a motor on the bottom of this. So let's go back to the 3D Warehouse in the Components tab. And here is a motor, but I also need to have a motor mount. So let's look for that first. And I could, of course, search Actobotics motor mount, but it's kind of fun to look at some of the things that they have available to you. And of course, these are drawings that other people have drawn that match the Actobotics exactly. There we go. This one would probably work. It says it's a clamp. It doesn't say it's a motor mount. But let's take a quick look, see if they just named it funny. I'm guessing that's what it is. All right, and this is something too. If you find a part that you're looking for that they don't have, then you can probably, well, not probably, you can make your own and upload it, and then it'll be part of the warehouse. So let's load the Actobotics. Let's go ahead and pull this motor. All right, I want that motor to fit right in there. We're just going to place it next to it, and hit my escape key a few times. Maybe if I can get that deselected. There we go. And let's try to get this mount here. Move my orientation. Sometimes that makes it a little easier to work. And let's zoom in on it. I want to make sure I pick a point here. We're going to select the clamp, type M for move, and I'll pick that corner right on the inside, and I want to move my image around a little bit, go back into move. It's still instigated, and then obviously I have the wrong clamp there, but hopefully you'll understand the process. And now that I have that, we're going to go ahead and use that for the sake of the demonstration, but I think maybe I need to go find another clamp for it. And let's see, let's highlight both of these, and for convenience we can I'm going to group them together, but it looks like I just did. And now when I go into a move command, whoops, I'm only going to move the one there. So escape. Let's make sure we get both. Oh, that's why we didn't group them. We're going to have both of them selected. Do a right click, and then we can make a group. We can make another component, but then that'll appear on my own home component section. You can see everything that I've downloaded is already in there, and I don't have to re-download new pieces. All right, and let's go ahead and place this on the bottom. I need to move this, find a point, go into my rotate. Notice I can go into the orbit command while I'm in the middle of the move command, and when I tap M for move, it'll continue where it left off. Now lining it up with the hole, you might want to be a little bit more accurate. I'm going to give an approximation right now. And now I have a motor on a frame. It's only taken me a couple of minutes to do this. I can easily copy these motors to add a few more. So again, instigating the M for move command, tapping Option on a Mac or Control on a PC, and click another one. On the other side, I will have to move them, but I'll also have to rotate them. And so I'll probably want to do each one individually. Might be the easiest thing. Let's get where I can see it all. We'll go another move command. I will tap the endpoint, make sure I make a copy, using the inference line so it's exactly around exactly on the same line as the others. And then at this point I'll need to rotate this around. So Q, we'll take any point right now, just make sure we're on the correct plane. Oh, I want that blue plane. And then rotate around 180 degrees. It'll click into there. Go back to move and line it up there. Now I'll probably have to do a little tweaking with the getting them all lined up, but you can see how the process works. From there, it would be easy to go back into components, go back to the 3D warehouse, go back to Actibotics, and perhaps choose a wheel. Scroll through until we start finding some wheels. I believe on the second or third page there's a wheel at the top, maybe a fourth page, fifth page. There we go. Here's a wheel. You may not get the exact wheel that you're looking for that we have. As long as you get a close approximation, it will probably work just fine for our purposes of a quick 3D rendering. Yeah, it's definitely not the one we have, but then I'll rotate that and then fit it onto the motor. So this is a way to do a very quick 3D model of your robot. Next time we'll take a look at another video where we'll do an exploded version. Okay, be sure to save, and that will save into your chassis 1, and then that will save into your Google Drive. Okay, give that a try and see if you can't duplicate what your sketches and ideas are for your team. Oh, it's going to ask me where it wants to go, and I will leave you at that.